Hello, welcome back. Last time I opened up the way to the cave challenge puzzle complex thing. I'll be going there in a moment, but I just want to take care of a couple of things out here first. Some of the more blatant perspective puzzles that I spotted during video editing, but not when I was playing. I'm going to get them done now. So this one right here, that's pretty obvious. And this is in a group on that obelisk that made me think very strongly that there's one right here. Right there. Right there somehow. Is this the right angle? No, like there's something that's definitely shaped very similarly to that. But I don't think I quite have the vantage point for it. Is this, maybe? No, nothing's even sparking there, so I don't think... Okay, I probably won't get that one just from poking around right now. I did spot what I think is perhaps the last tree moss thing. It's very far from the others, so it's not too surprising I didn't see it before. So way over here. Where was I standing for this to work? Somewhere around here? There? Here. Conveniently green leaf. This is not the shape I expected. I'll be interested to see how that shows up on the obelisk, because the shape that I saw was not like that. It was more like this. Just went up, left, and then down. Like that goes up and around and down, but certainly not from the angle that it said it was going to be. Let's see, one other... I need to be on the other side for it. Apparently the flower petal puzzle at the very beginning is something that I can't do, at least the way I was doing it there. I need to be careful when I'm asking for information about things like that, because it seems like people will jump at any opportunity to give very detailed and extensive advice that's way more than I asked for if I give them an opportunity. So, I'll have to specify a little more carefully what I'm looking for when that happens. So here's something that I spotted, and a couple of other people pointed it out too. Where do I need to stand for this? Here? There we go. Poof. I believe that's one of a kind. That made kind of a different sound and effect than the others, didn't it? I wonder if there's a sound for doing the first thing of a group. Yeah, that was this one. Oh, there is another one there. Okay, so one more thing in the sky. I can probably find that real quick before I go to the cave. This was... I'm not sure what that was. Okay, so no, that was not the final tree moss puzzle. Okay, so that still exists somewhere. That was... Okay, that was the one I did from over there. This makes me much less sure about my groupings. Perhaps they are by proximity as well as type of thing, because the only major difference between this one and these is proximity, and also I suppose it started with a leaf and not just moss, but it was mostly moss. So I feel like this belongs in that group. Alright, so yeah, this was the one on the wall. This is what I was just trying to do a moment ago. Like, that shape is very clearly drawn in the little inner garden place there. And then there's this. Yeah, this obelisk is so close to done. This obelisk is close enough to done that I want to just get it done right now to see what happens. Then I'll head to the cave. Unless this just seems like an impossible thing. Alright, so I'm going to look for another thing in the sky of that shape. Take another look for tree moss there. And then try a little harder with the inner garden over there in the Red Tree Temple. Okay, I found it. I don't know how I missed this. That seems obvious now that I'm standing here, of course. Okay, so there's that one. So that should be all of the tree moss things. So it's just one thing in the sky. Yep, so that's that. One thing in the sky, two things made of stone in this area, if I'm interpreting that correctly. Alright, sky one shouldn't be too hard to find, I think. Aha, I'm close. Haven't found the sky yet, but that's weird and awkward and not quite where I would expect to have to stand for this. Okay, I need to take another look at the other shape that was made in that category. I have this weird feeling that it might be hidden in this floor someplace, but I don't know if that's right. Yeah, sky remains kind of elusive. That's probably nothing. But I just need to look at this from lots of different angles, and maybe I'll find it. Alright, this is really seeming like it's not an accident. I know that's not what I'm after, but I'll try it a little bit. Like, that's... It doesn't really have a place to go, but that is a very definitely the sort of shape I would want there to start a thing. One of the nice things about these is that the place where I have to stand to start them tends to stand out a little bit. Like, all those little overlooks of things. I feel like this is a start and this is an end, but I don't know how to quite make it work altogether. All those little overlooks and things are usually there for a reason, that reason being to see from the right perspective for one of those. Is there some place halfway up the mountain where that makes sense? I just want to chase this one for a little while, even though it's not the specific one I was after. Oh, phone made noise. There's still the missing honeycomb vault hex grid diagram thingy. I don't know what to call those. Video room key that I have not. I looked at where I got all the others, and it didn't really give me any usable clues for where I would look for what I want. Okay, yeah, this is way too high. That's no good. I was looking from right down around here. Is there anything else conspicuous that would be a good place to stand for that? I don't feel like there is, so that might be nothing. There was another. There was another glyph in the category of river. So there might be two in the same category as this one. There might be two places I can start that from. Anyway, I need to go back down and look at look for the deep forest sky puzzle that I'm missing, because that one is what I'm after. And the one other one on the Red Tree Temple stones someplace. Aha! I think I see something. Yeah! Alright, so that's the second last one. I am not having any luck on finding what I need to see in the sky, assuming it is in the sky. Is there anything down here that I've missed? No. No puzzle imprints like a couple of the other obelisks. Man, I'm so close. I want to get this done. But whatever I need to see here, which is incredibly hard to get a good look at because the sky is so bright. Oh, but if I look down here, yeah, then it's visible. Yeah. So that shape. Like, it's in the same category as the one that was in the sky. Does that necessarily mean it's a pattern in the leaves where the sky is revealed like this? See, for this shape to work, if that's what it is, that would imply that there is foliage all around here. So I'm inside the forest or looking at a place where there's foliage overhead, but there's an unbroken line of sky, so there can't be any branches in this area. So it's like, for example, if I were looking up around the big tree, trunk is here, tree leaves are there, there's an empty space, and then foliage is all around. Something like that. But I haven't found a place that works like that yet. I'm going to keep looking for a little longer. And just like that, I sure do see something that looks suspiciously similar to what I'm looking for. Hey, there we go. All right. So what I've just done is I've finished an obelisk. It turned white. Ha! Cool. Okay. Well, that is a major accomplishment. Okay, so it turns white. Nothing else visibly happened. I've heard people complaining about things being puzzles just for puzzle's sake in this game, so it would not surprise me in the slightest if there is no actual additional thing that happens when all obelisks are completed. It seems like the only thing that's happened here is that this has changed color to say, hey, this is done, good job. So that might just be a thing to do for the fun of it. But it is fun, and I like it. And yay, I finally got one done. I wish I could get a good look at the top of it, just in case something's changed there. No, looks the same. Okay. Well, I made a white obelisk. Great. So, half an hour of my time later, let's go see about this cave place. For a different kind of puzzle. A puzzly kind of puzzle. Let's see. There are lots of ways there. I want to be on the other side of that thing. What is... All the time that I've spent in here, I have not figured out the most efficient way to get to the other side of that. I guess there's a new one here. So apparently this problem that I had here is a very common one. I was listening to some other people talk about this game, and several of them had the same experience that I had here of just not knowing how to get to the one extremely well-hidden path in there for the wire that dead-ended and went nowhere. Okay, so right around here is a path that takes me where I want to be. Is it... It's down lower. It is hard to see. It's this one. Okay, cave time. So I said before that I would do the invisible dot puzzles first. I think I want to do the ones that are visible next to it before I start that. Where was that spot? What did I just see? Okay, yeah, I can get to that from another angle. One of those broken color puzzles, like what I saw on the mountain. This is the one that I want to do. Yeah, okay, here we go. So collect dots. Boy, that sure was a hard puzzle. Okay, so similar. I'm going to have to end like that. Sure, no problem. Except that did not work, but I can fix it like this. Done. Okay. So what this means is you want perhaps that. Nothing seems wrong with that. Done. I like these. This is similar, kind of. Not quite the same solution would work here. I need a small alteration over there, but everything else is good. Can I just do this? I think so, yeah. Oh. Oh. That is a little bit more complicated. Only a little bit, though. Actually, no, that's extremely simple. Alright, so those are done. Cool. Alright, so that was speedy. Now, the invisible ones. Okay, so several different types. I'll start here. Alright, so tell me, there's a dot there. Right. This one I'm just going to have to fail until I see what I have to do. Okay. Yeah, this is way quicker than I thought it was. Although, that is taxing my memory a little bit. Okay, that's a trickier one, so that doesn't work. Did I need to do this? Can I do that? Oh dear, yeah, this is, now hang on. So just show me... So this shows all of them. Show me that again. That's it. Alright. No problem. You are shaped differently. Okay, so to see all of them, I do this. Well, there's no reason, unless it's like a parody sort of thing where I can't do that. Sure. Alright, so... in this case, okay, so... oh, yeah, this is, Alright, good enough. What do you think of that? It thinks it's not quite good enough. Maybe if I do this. Oops. Ah, come on. Not quite. Okay, so I gotta go all the way out there, like this. Sure. All on the left. So I missed that one there, which means I would need to do... I think I need to collect that with the other line or something? No, how would that happen? It wouldn't. There. That's an awkward spot to get to. What do you think of this? Actually, that's pretty great. Cool. Alright. This is so dark I can't even see what's there. I guess it's a wall. I can't walk into it. That's just pure pitch black. Okay, those went quick. So those are done. Those are done. Were those the first ones that I encountered here when I was walking in, or were there others earlier? I don't know how to define earlier here, other than maybe just the direction that I came from the bottom of the mountain. Oh, hi.
Just reading these well, picking the right takes, placing them.
Yeah, I don't think it pays to be too neat. You want to leave some traces of us for the intrepid to find.
What do you mean? Any visitor to that island is going to hear quite a lot of us, if they look around.
Oh yeah, no, sure, but I mean, showing what's happening behind the scenes a little bit to ensure we keep some authenticity. Because if we get too concerned with saying a bunch of wise things in the least personally revealing way, then we're basically putting up a front, in danger of it becoming a false front. It's a slippery slope, and you know how easily we could slide into pomposity. Nobody wants that, but would we notice if it happened? Or are we too close to the project? Look, I just think if we include some of our interactions, show that we aren't these transcendent, perfect beings, that we get stuck sometimes. We get into arguments or get depressed. Then at least it's not a false front. At least we're not hiding.
Authenticity is good, yes, but you can find human drama anywhere. I mean, we're drowning in it from day to day. We're supposed to be building a quiet environment away from drama, not celebrating it. Look, these are objects of contemplation. These are about focus and clarity. We agreed at the outset.
Yeah, I know. And I don't want to change any of that. Just a little added twist, you know, tucked away deep. It doesn't have to be drama, it's just reality.
Reality. So what, we should record a meeting and stick it in?
Maybe. But we already have some good stuff. Oh, like that little encounter the other week where you offered to buy a girl a sandwich? Her mic was running, so it's in the archive. Look, it's fine. In context, it's perfect. Because we're not lecturing from on high. These recordings are part of an endeavor built by human beings. And they aspire to truth with a capital T. But we also have to remember that they cannot actually get there. We should be clear to the intrepid that we know this. I think it'll make it better.
Okay, sure. We'll at least see how it feels. I mean, on that island, we are going to be in very susceptible states. So, be careful with it.
Okay.
Seems I get to be the pioneer of being mildly embarrassed.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and also, should probably let you know, I'm recording this conversation right now.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm serious.
Oh.
What? It will make it better. Trust me.
Okay, so that seemed to be very straightforwardly addressing my issues with these audio recordings in a fairly serious way, right up until he said, on that island we will be in very susceptible states. That that kind of changed the tone of the whole thing a little bit. I'm not quite sure what to say about it. Okay, so I think the key to this puzzle is to realize that this is a valid square that can be part of whatever is occluded. So whatever my solution involves, it's going to be something including that. I think. So if I were doing that, then I think I could do something like, say... actually, that's just fine. Yeah, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, done. Okay, great. So those are done. These are going by extremely quickly. This is not as challenging as I was led to believe that it would be. At least not yet. That could easily change at any time. Alright, so, I think what to do here is going to be this. No, not that. This is what I meant. Because that'll eat the upper left purple dot, oh, except green non-starburst is partitioned with purple, so that doesn't quite work. Can I fix that? So those need to be separated. You do need to be with something that needs to be invalid. So that does not work at all. I think this is one of the puzzle elements I enjoy most. It's... See, the Tetris pieces, those are fun. My complaint about them is they're a little bit too freeform in the possibility of space of where they could be positioned packed into a place. This has a large possibility space, but it's more limited and kind of in a more interesting way. So yeah, I think that's the thing I really enjoy. Right, so problem is, if I could do this with you applied to that, somehow get those two together, then everything would be pretty good. What does this look like? Bad, because... Okay, what does this look like? That's what I want. Done. It plays a slightly different noise. It's sort of a shorter pew, pew, instead of boom. If you get what I mean. When I have a an invalid thing that's going to get resolved by one of those. Than if I've just done the puzzle wrong. So that's nice. Ew. Oh. Ew. My eyes are unhappy about this. What is even what here? I think these are all the same color. I'm not entirely certain that's still the same color, because there's clearly a gradient thing going on from lower left to upper right. And I think it's both in the background and in the foreground. So who is a different color? Like, these two are clearly not the same color. But I think all of those are the same color. Are these two a different color? Yes? These are the same. That's probably... Yeah, I think this entire column is all the same color. Will it tell me No. Of course not. Fine. So if it's not going to tell me about that... let's see here. Yeah, I think I know what I'm looking at. Mostly. The thing is, okay, so oh wait, this is more complicated than I thought. So I think that much kind of makes sense. The problem is I can't separate this magenta thingy from this yellow-orange thingy up here. And I think those are different colors. I don't actually know for sure, though. Let's see. It would not shift from magenta to orange so quickly. So yeah, those are different colors. You know, I am not certain. I'm going to do a thing here, just for a moment. I am not certain, because pointing is obnoxious to the other cursor sometimes. I'm not entirely certain that these are the same color. There is more contrast between here and here than there is between here and here, I think. But at the same time, it looks like that's a yellow that's just like all of those yellows in the blue background part here. I kind of can't stand that thing, so I want to turn it off. It just super does not fit this game. So what if I start there instead? And do something like... No, see, no, none of this works. Oh, no. I think I'm looking at this whole puzzle wrong somehow. Maybe. Okay, this is one that I really don't like. Is there any possibility that these are the same color? Yes, there is. And if those are the same color, then these are a different color. Okay, so let's pretend that this is the same color as that. It's possible. It could be. So that would mean I would want to do something like this. Problem is, those are not the same color, are they? This won't give me any information. So if those are the same color, yeah, then this should be fine. That's a big if, but maybe. No, nothing about this makes sense. I need to, like, take a screenshot of this and apply an inverse gradient to it or something. That is very tempting. I may end up doing that. Because this is just super obnoxious to look at as it is. Yeah, so I'll save that for later. I'm going to use a paint program to correct for this color distortion and then have an easier time of it, because just doing it like this is not getting me anywhere, and it's super obnoxious. So I'm gonna use additional tools to solve that, I think. Alright, so orange guys need to be together. Black and white need to not. Okay. Done. Done. You two need to be put together somehow, probably bridged with that somehow. That can be done. This guy's going to be on his own. Probably. Okay, I see how to do it. Just like this and that. No, because you're separate. Okay, right, so I see the problem. So instead... Actually, what do I do instead? Because I wanted to have these two joined right here. Oh, those are rotatable. Sure, okay. I wanted to have these two joined right here. And then this guy bridging like that. But the problem is that puts him outside of the area he needs to be. So yeah, the way you're shaped, you don't seem like you can bridge those together on your own. So maybe I put this here, use that dot to bridge here, and then use that dot to bridge nowhere that's going to get all those together. So, okay. One of my questions is, can this be part of the same shape as the rest of these three? Like, these three absolutely have to be together. There's no way I can ever do this without those together, because these shapes are impossible to do in isolation. You just cannot draw those with this kind of line drawing. Because I can't turn that corner or this corner. So those two have to go together. Oh, but you know, I just realized that's not necessarily true. I could instead put you with you and you with you. That's what I do. Okay, so I'm going to draw a shape like... Guess what that's for? That's to stop me from drawing this shape, which would otherwise work perfectly. Okay, so if I can't draw that shape, then I think I want to go back to my other theory of these two having to get together. Am I sure I cannot draw a shape that includes both of these that would make this drawable? No, but I do feel like I can't. Because like this guy would need to go in the middle, optimally. Because if it goes on one of the corners, then I have to fill something else in on the other corner. So yeah, no, it's going to be better to get these three together. Okay, so let's go back to this theory. This one is here, 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 here. That covers both of these two. So what I need to do is use this little dot to bridge in such a way that no, since those are diagonally across from each other in some way. No, that does work. That totally works. Because all I have to do is put the dot right down here, and then put these two in those spaces, like this. Okay, great. I drew that shape, but that doesn't get me to the exit. So everything's packed together just fine, I just can't get out this way. Alright, so can I reshape that a little bit somehow to make it all work? I think so. It can all kind of be on the left, can't it? No, because I have to get over to the right to include you. Okay. Can I modify this slightly and still have it all work? I can't get these two together in this position because of that split there. Could I have them... Okay, so what about a shape that includes something like that? No. If I do that, I can't include both of those. This can rotate. I feel like it should rotate. Hey, wait. Wait a second. I can draw that shape, maybe. Yes, I can. Okay. Shape was correct. I started at the wrong end. Cool. All right. Well, that's a fair bit of progress into the cave. And this is a fine stopping point right here. I will edit this in a paint program, get it to make a little more sense, just so that I know which colored dot is which, because that's only half the puzzle. The other half is figuring out how to draw the line that actually makes that make sense. Yeah, and this is just... That extra layer of obnoxiousness is one more than I want to deal with. I will have a slightly less, but still present layer of obnoxiousness of having to refer to an image that's not on the screen with the line that I'm drawing. But I guess I could just draw the line in the paint program or whatever, and have the solution there. Anyway, cool. So I'm going to do that next time, I think, and then continue with the rest of the puzzles in here. With how quickly the ones that I did went, I'm feeling like my chances of getting this done quickly are pretty good. Like, I could absolutely still run into a major stumbling block. Maybe I just happened to find the really easy ones. But none of these have struck me as really being extreme, at least at a glance. I mean, puzzles can be of extreme difficulty, even if they don't look large with lots of elements in them or anything. But none of these have been obviously that way yet. Alright, cool. So next time, hopefully I'll have a solution to this, and I'll continue with the rest of the puzzles in there. I'll see you then.